Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use some of the tools I am using to either test the students, to show them new knowledge, and to try different sort of things that can help them to understand a topic better. These are tools that can be used online, but of course they can also be used in the classroom. And the first one is, of course, the already popular Kahoot. When it comes to Kahoot, includes many good tools that you can use. Of course, some of them have to be purchased, but the basic one allows you to have two kinds of questions. These are quiz, in which you have 4 options, so multiple options, and the other one is true or false. So the first thing you have to do is, of course, create an account. If you go to the upgrade section, then you will see the different prices that they that they have. For now, we're just going to check the basic one. And well, this is just if you feel like you have to try it out. If you don't know it, then you can tell them. Otherwise, you can just go here straight to create. And for now, we're not going to focus on course. We're just going to go to Kahoot. Okay. As you can see here, at the very beginning, you have some slides, sorry. And these ones with the star are the premium ones. So unless you have paid for a premium membership, you won't be able to edit these ones. The other ones are already done, and you can simply add, remove, modify any kind of options. For example, if we go with the Get to Know Your Teacher, open it, and automatically shows you here on the left a set of questions, and you simply edit whatever you want. This is a good activity for the first day. Of course, you introduce yourself, and it usually takes more time for the teacher to learn all the students' names. But anyway, this is a good beginning. So as you can see in this example, we have 4 options and a question at the top. So you cannot actually add other kind of question if you haven't paid it. If you wanted to do it, here you have the other ones. As you can see, we have quiz, which is this one, true or false. In this one, they have to write down in whether the phones or computer, whatever device they are using. Then puzzle, they have to order whatever you wanted to order. If it's about sentence structure, then you write the words randomly, and they have to move them up and down, and then click on tap on submit. And quick question, how this pretty much the same, with the difference that here you could either record yourself or the machine will read it for you. These are to test knowledge. There are a few other ones to collect options, like a poll, word cloud. Every student will write whatever they feel like, open-ended questions, and brainstorm. And these are pretty much all the options. So for now, we do not have this premium feature. So we'll just check the quiz, and here you have it. So as soon as you start with a question, you write it down, and hit this code. Sorry. When did Columbus discover America? Of course, you can always check if you're gonna ask them to always have the capital or not forget about the question mark. Always have to put it. Then here we will add the media. They have a deal with Getty Images, which is a database from images. So you can get the photos you need here, but as you can see, all of them have this top, which means you have to pay for it. So unless you have the premium, you cannot do it. You can also add GIFs, animated GIFs. You can add stickers or even videos. The only thing with the video is that if your connection is not good enough, not strong enough, it slows it down. And sometimes when the kids are all connected to the same network, it will kick them out of the game. So unless you have really good connection, I would recommend you to refrain from using videos. Well, so what we're going to do here is just click on upload an image, and we have a bunch of images here. So we can open one, select the picture. Well, if we have it. If we don't have it, then we can just simply find Columbus, America. Find the photo you want. This looks nice. Let's save image as desktop Columbus. So the image is saved. We upload it. And ready. Here we have it. So now we can write the option. Okay. The way I like doing this kind of quizzes is for them to realize that usually one of the answers is not related to the rest. In this case, for example, it's 1991. It's way too obvious that that's wrong. So for beginners, I think this is a nice way because they will discard this right away. That will give them confidence, and then they will just compare the other ones. If they are familiar also with the history of England, then they can discard this one. And in reality, then they will have just a little bit fewer options. So we have to choose here now which one we want to be the correct one. In this case, it's of course this. So we just tick it. If you want two to be correct, you can mark them two. But in this case, if you want the answer to be both and not one, because both are correct, so you want both, you'll have to change multi-select. But then again, this one is paid. So if we leave single select, whether they choose this or this would be correct, if this were also correct. In this case, it's not, of course. So there, we have it, and that's it. The question is already set. So we now can choose the time. If you decide to use this for a test, I recommend you giving them at least a minute to read it and to check the questions. If they are in a very basic level, then you can give them 2 minutes. I believe 4 minutes is too long. So for a test, you can give it for a minute. For a practice with the friends, it can be 20, it can be 10 seconds even. Of course, that will also depend on your internet connection. And the points you can give, if you have all these questions, and this one was a very difficult one, you can give twice as much points. But in this case, we are focusing mostly on the number of right answers. So this is not necessary unless you have a math quiz where a problem is extremely difficult for them, then you can give them extra points and count the points as a percentage. Okay, so now the next one is it true or false, and then we add. In this case, we can go for an animated GIF. We find Columbus. This one looks funny, so let's choose this one. So there you go. And our question would be Columbus. Columbus discovered the Americas in November. So we know, of course, November. Yeah, it was not in November; it was in October. So here you will simply tick false and carry on with the next question. If you want to add an additional explication, or if you want to add just some information before a question, then you will click here, add a slide. The classic is the only one that is free. And this other have just different style, pretty much like PowerPoint. But we can go for the classic. We'll put it behind. And here you could add an image or some text to explain whatever you want to explain. And once you change it, here there are the other options. As I said, they're pretty much like PowerPoint. And when you add the text, you simply, well, this is a nice feature that sometimes if you forget, as happens to me, to select an answer or to write all the options or to write the title, you have this symbol here. So it will tell you that you have to complete the question. And then once, if they finish with this question, the next one would be a slide. And once you go next, then it will show the other question. And that's pretty much when it comes to Kahoot. So in this case, we're going to go back. And there is another option, which is the, okay, of course, in library, every Kahoot you create or import, we will import in a second, will appear here. You can put them in folders, like create, and create another, and it's great. And then you just organize them as you wish. If you have not a lot of time, or if you want to check some other people Kahoots, you can go here to discover. And let's say we need to practice present perfect. We will present perfect. And here we have many from other users. All these ones that have a blue tick, and there are certified teachers that are working together with Kahoot. And many of them, you can simply open it. And as you can see here, well, this one we cannot edit it because it's part of one course from a certified teacher. So we need to find one that is not part of a course, which is in English is a bit tricky. Let's find one in Spanish, so it's going to be easier. We go Perfecto Perfecto. So you can see this one has no blue tick. So it has no copyright. So it's open. And if it's open, we can edit it. The only bad thing about this one is that if they committed a mistake and you don't notice it, the mistake is going to be there. While these ones are checked thoroughly. So let's just take this one, for example, that has 10 questions for present perfect in Spanish. Here you have a preview and which one is the right answer. So whatever you're going to use a quiz from somebody else, pay attention to this because sometimes they make mistakes. It might be a typo, it may be a misclick, or it's not the mother tongue of the teacher. So you see a very basic mistake like articles or something like that. So always check this. And if you think this is a good style, a good overview for the quiz, but you want to add more questions, then we only go here to edit Kahoot, and it will ask you to duplicate. So you duplicate, then you go to settings, and here you have where you want to save it. So we want to have it in 4th grade, so choose Pretérito Perfect. Well, this is a bit advanced for 4th grade, but let's just put it as an example. And you can have it private or public. If you keep it private, nobody will be able to find it. If you open it public, obviously people will see it. If you want to have some additional music added before the quiz starts, you add the link here, but as soon as the quiz begins, it will just disappear. Okay, so done. And then you can see that we have the questions and the answers. Yes, that's it. Now you want to add another question because you want to have 15 questions for the quiz. You add a new one. And I know, options. Then okay, so we have the questions here, and the right answer is this one, he bailado. We chose it, and next, and we continue, and that's it. If we don't want a question, we just click delete, then save, and that's ready. Now let's go to library. The quiz will be here, and then just start. I'm gonna use my own phone. Okay. So team mode, each one uses their own device, but they are together. In classic mode, they're bad. So this is the one we want to use because it's gonna be for a test. They can download the app, or they can go to this website, kahoot.it, or they can scan the code. If they scan the code, it's gonna put them automatically here, just to choose their name. Otherwise, they have to put the pin. So in this case, we're gonna put the pin. It's 419 7667 and so now that once we have everyone joined, we click start. So each one is perfect, just like in English, pretérito perfecto, present perfect requires an auxiliary verb. We go obviously for the only one that has. They get points. This is mostly just to have a small competition among them, because the faster they answer, the more points they will get. And again, page. So great. Carry on. Vosotros habéis. Vosotros habéis visto. Now it's only one player, so you can see the changes, but usually we'll show like a board of how they're doing, in which place they're going. Irregular. Sometimes it will slow down. So if it's for a quiz, it's why I recommend giving extra time, because it can take some seconds to load on their device. Oh, I clicked it wrong. If it's wrong, you will get no points. Yes. So the quiz ends. Here you have the third place, second place, first place. That's it. Skip animation. Okay, now we have this. We go next. You can get feedback if to know if the students liked this kind of quiz. You can play again for them to try one more time, or you can start a new one. Here you have a summary of which ones were wrong, and now here if we go to beautiful report, here we go. And here's where you can download. You just click download report or print. You can see the whole Kahoot. Here you will have a list of difficult questions. Now it's only one, but in case that there are many, it gives you an option to create an additional quiz with only the hard questions. So if everybody got the rest right, you can create one with only the difficult ones. And that's pretty much all of it for Kahoot. So all you have to do is just to go to Discover, and you will find for every topic here. Here we have geometry, so let's check it out. You have the options here, and then you can just start playing right away. Sometimes, as you can see, she's a teacher too. I mean, confirmed one, and the quiz has 50 questions, but she's giving the option to edit it. So in this case, you can take it from her. So if you know that somebody has a channel and is able to share it, then we can just simply choose it. She has subjects for writing, for geometry, writing basic facts. We can choose this. Okay, so these are just basic operations. So edit Kahoot. Okay, so in this case, if you find a Kahoot that you like, but it's premium, it will not let you save it. But there is a trick. You can just go to continue edit. And the questions are here. And then you go save to drafts. Yeah, okay, so it will not let us. So the problem with these ones are that when they include premium features, it will not let you save it or play it until you get rid of the premium one. In this case, that was the only one, so we erase it, save, and save perfectly normal. Then we can just done, go back. Import that we have nothing. Import that we have this. With this, we can also move it. Here, move to 5th grade, move here. Gone. Now I have it in 5th grade. And that's pretty much when it comes to Kahoot. I'm gonna send a couple of more videos regarding some other tools like Powtoon, like Genially, Edpuzzle, Quizlet, and I will send those the next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful for you.